hostile territory for the North Americans. It's time for our final playoff of the year. Let the games begin! Welcome everybody to Playoff Rocket League World Championship. If it's your first time, if it's your 12th time, I hope you have a grand old time. Game 1 brought to you by Progressive.
It does not get any better than this. We are about to find out who deserves the right to wear the biggest ego in the lower round 1 right now. Geekay Esports versus Spacestation. Archie trying to make some space on the backboard. Can the follow from Oli come through? Quick cut from Joyo. Could have kicked things off here.
Both of these teams have had questions asked of them. Both of them have answered those very questions. But now we ask the question, how do you deal when we get to best of 7? For the first time in this tournament, best of 5s are out. Another game required to win. Both these teams now have the timeout. And talk to their coach. If anything from these two teams, they might talk to each other. And Oli is the first one that's got something to say.
Complete catch out on Space Station. Low boost all the way around, but also Scribbles. This is not the place for boost over ball. GK is going to punish you for that, and they will.
Spacestation made themselves a little bit of a reputation throughout this tournament for 0-second goals, 0-second heroics, 0-second half breaks. Don't want to be doing that this time around. Joyo off the wall. Coming into the middle. Scribbles, backboard, double! Oh, and the crossbar hated him! Next one too high up! Well, the woodwork comes in to save GK.
And it's a quick transition out, or at least an attempted reset for reveal. Cobra's gonna try and finish the job here, but GK stands strong, and that's gonna be the biggest difference maker here. Who has the better defense in these situations? Double commit from Space Station could open things up here. Just off the mark, Archie's gonna try again. Is one more time worth it? Oli debating the cut, goes for the bump.
GK looked like the much more comfortable team though. It's all about playing up to how do you normally play in scrims? How do you translate that onto the stage with the crowd, with the fire that we've got around here? Who can survive the heat? Oh, as Oli couldn't get himself back around the ball.
Archie wants to commit to it, he does, but reveals touch just a bit faster. You gotta respect though. GK understands that Space Station is capable of getting those clears 1v1. Oli onto Scribbles. Not quite enough, but it's high pressure Rocket League.
Oli is playing some phenomenal Rocket League in this game 1. He is everywhere at the moment. Here is Joyo, the standout player when he wants you to go far. You look to this man. Drops down, Archie's nowhere to be seen. Now he's going to be chased down for a demo, so he needs help from Oli. There's one, but Archie, he shrugged off the bump. He shrugs off the 50, and he's out.
Mid boost taken by Cobra, so it's an immediate turnaround, and Joyo kills any idea he had of doing anything with that ball there. He wanted to go for a bump as well, but Reveal's just pushing it all by him. Lonesome, Joyo manages, but again, these boost levels are going to be the whole difference maker.
Joyo was stood still for just a second, and there's our reasoning why. Station used to somewhat long times between games. This time we don't have to wait too long. Back into game 1. Obviously the goal will stand. It was scored ages ago, 1-0. As Oli looks to try and make it too. That's an awful backboard read, and nobody's able to get too much power on it.
Oh, a little bit of a cut there too from Archie, but Space Station is keeping up now. 2 minutes left on regulation clock here, and a shot down in the bottom right for Space Station. They do it back to him, starting in the corner there. I mean, you saw the quick cut from Cobra. It was almost like a little bit of a diversion and kind of forced Joyo to go a little bit early on the commit. Didn't know quite where that ball was getting placed, and tied game to game 1.
GK looking to re-establish where they were before the tech pause. Joyo. It's just an unbelievable ability to go on that. Every time he hits the ball mid-air, just rolls the car through with it. Oh, that's on top, and it's in! And Oli's got the brace!
Oli! You're making your presence known, man! Off the ceiling, fakes the reset, the timing! Absolutely impeccable!
These days it's all about aura. The fact that he could use the reset was enough to scare everybody off. As, well. Get back Do it.
We're gonna see if Spacestation can rally some people behind him, and Reynolds is dead. 2-1 back into this game. Number one doesn't conclude with a pass to the backboard. Here comes the follow, the demo, it's wide.
GK, at this point, if you score, I don't care what's wrong. Don't take the time out that you need to get things sorted. Space Station are swarming them immediately after another one. Reveal. Pop to himself. He's got Scribbles in support. Might not need him. What a 50 that is to get rid of it. Now they take the shot. And it's 2 each.
Look, you talked earlier about there being a little bit of an aura off. I see the connectivity on this one. You tried to take the bounce down to get it cleared out, but Kofer is going to commit each time. And that's the scary part about Space Station. Sometimes that commit is either the greatest moment ever or a detriment. In this case, SSG are learning as the weekend has gone on when to improve. But of course, GK is going to teach them how to do it better.
Kofa up against Archie. Really, for me, as the one that is the most consistent player on GK. It's pre-written what everyone thinks about him. As he does move on in. Sidewall looks for the double, can't quite find it, but Oli will now move on in. Oh, and he's got them all on skates. Not even his teammates were expecting to get that far. 1 minute left here, 2 each.
Oli trying to mess around with Kofer on the back end to just give Archie some space to get around the out of that corner. Joyo went for the commit on it. Slightly low boost for GK, but they are still keeping the pressure alive, although it does get cut off here by Space Station. Counting down to that last 30 seconds, you still stay tied. Space Station been barely boxed into their own half. And Oli gonna try and do it again on a 2. Archie pops this one up to himself.
Archie wanted somebody to take the 50 against him, no one did. Okay, been in this offense for quite some time. Joy looking to try and prise that defense open. Doesn't work, but for now, Space Station been stuck in just hit and hope, trying to get rid of the defensive lines. Archie looking for the set. That's a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. Joyo's not going to take the bait. Sidewall on the skip, gets the read. Archie doesn't look for a player. But instead, Joyo into reveal. 2 players were committed. We can't have another 0-second goal. We won't. Instead, we have overtime.
Off the kickoff, Kofer tries this full send it. You saw the demo. You saw them getting sent back here, but GK going right back where they were before. Into their half. Reveal touches it. It could be down in time, but Oli's just faster.
Space Station doing great work immediately off the kickoff. Needing to try and keep this on their way. GK had them stuck in their side of the field for so long. Looking for the infield, but taken away by Oli.
Quick cut by Ofer here. Archie just got a full send it upfield. Here's the catch from Scrib. Right now, GK, they feel the pressure ramping up from Space Station.
Archie, backboard. Has anyone got the read? 2 players did. Will take over is reveal. Rushed on the 50, but it landed straight on Scribbles.
Oli's gonna take his time with this one here. Space Station getting into position for Oli. It's gonna take 2 to keep him off. Reset pass over to Joyo off the backboard and almost in. But Space Station defensively, they were keeping up. The crossbars on their side, and GK try again.
What is it going to take? Space Station are clutch in the defense. Now to Kofa. He's got the brilliant first touch. Here's the next one. Oh, they went for the bump instead. Means they can't take the shot. Oli, reset gained. Takes it low. Till stopped by Kofa.
Right now, you can just tell it's one tiny mistake. That's going to be the difference maker. Can Oli get back in time? Just enough. Reveal has the shot. RG just couldn't get a hand up.
Maybe need to start incorporating that.
Yep, we're going to see what they can bring out here in game number 2. I definitely want to see how they adapt to Space Station's not only level of aggression, but just overall defensive strategy. GK, they're going to open the same way they did with game number 1.
Oli's got all their goals. That's his 3rd. That's a complete misplay there from Space Station Gaming. You cannot give a player like Joyo, who can hit a triple flip reset. Guess what? He can hit your backboard.
Those were those tiny glimmers of, hey, you can see the experience difference between you guys. SSG, they got a lot of wins under their belt, but not quite as many to the likes of Joyo and Oli and Archie. Big clear here for Space Station. Archie backward covered, sent out into the corner. Reveal's just gonna send it on back, almost at center here.
Those look very similar to the goal that we saw for the first one. That one's off the backboard. We have got a whole heap of orange cards! And now we've got ourselves an orange goal.
You saw this one coming too. That second touch was really clean, and just the fact that Scribbles was sitting there with the control to lurk and pass it off that sidewall that many times, just enough space. That's what I was talking about too. That third man is going to sit up really nasty and far, and it's going to frustrate Geekay. You got to either demo him off, keep going, or what, but they're going to try it again here. Koper takes their boost. Reveal's already setting himself up to catch that center ball.
Speaking of frustrated, I can imagine what it's like out there for Space Station fans of, they play their best Rocket League, a goal down. When it's 0-0, it can be very laissez-faire, very relaxed, and we're just going to wait and see how it happens. When they've actually got to go and make a play happen, they do a good job of it as Reveal try to just be enough of a distraction. Let me get the misplay from the defender as the ball played out. Here is Reveal. Blast the ball upwards. Joyo's on the pre-jump. Joyo's always on the pre-jump. That one could have been dangerous. Kofa's just going to see away the danger.
Station. A little bit getting into that same pattern of game number one, that boxed in around himself. Only in again.
Ollie, I'm not too sure this one should count for you, pal. You didn't do the work for it. Joyo, so cheeky, comes in at near top speed, hits the ball as slow as he possibly can. Defender forced to look like a fool. 2-1 to Geekay. But now we're about to see the best of Space Station yet again.
Joyo, another challenge onto him. Oli, just another shot. They're recognizing how much Oli is doing, but not quite doing much to stop him. Archie, nice stop here. Can Oli get a clear on it? No, it's just another shot here from Scribbles. Still, 1 goal down. Geekay been holding on to this fairly well.
Reveal couldn't get it on the free flip, and 2 players are actually out here. A bit of miscommunication here from Space Station. Both quite happy that it wasn't really taken advantage of there by Geekay. It's just an outright air dribble. Sometimes you don't need to get too fancy with it. Volley, half volley towards Archie, who actually doesn't need to get there, as somehow that almost trickled in. Infield passing option's now gone away, so Archie's side just take the shots.
You definitely can tell that the nerves are going to be there too after that save. Granted, yes, it was incredible, but for SSG's sake, you know, you can see, you know, all signs of organization slightly starting to waver. Reveal over to Scribbles. Takes it to the corner, leaves it for Koper. Koper's going to try again. They can't seem to be able to set themselves up. Geekay not allotting them any space.
Yeah, right now, Geekay are just happy to sit back when these long players come in and say, all right, cool, we'll take that ball. Thank you very much. Again, Joyo. A little bit disappointed actually with his first touch there. Didn't leave himself too many options, but his teammates give him some help. Over to Archie. They're going to be in big trouble here, Scribbles, as he's got no chance. 2v1, and the 2 win it.
You want to talk about an aura dip. Archie's got it. Joyo, of course, we went for the initial bump and the quick cut, catch, and in. That's going to do wonders for them headed into the rest of this game.
And a quick reminder as well to Space Station. If you're going to dive for a challenge, you better get something on it. Do not leave anybody in that 2v1. Joyo looks for the ground pitch, and that was also the first goal I believe that Geekay scored. That was not scored by Oli, or even had anything to do with him. Archie off the wall, sort of swiped out on his way through. Go out onto a 0 boost Kofa, who has done the best offensive work for this team throughout this tournament, but every time the camera's gone to him so far, he's on no boost.
Boost, again, this is something we were seeing a lot in game number 1. That was the big difference maker. Archie trying to spot Joyo, no boost spawn, so he's just gonna have to force the 50 down here. He actually almost wins it. It does still go in favor of Geekay slightly. 1 minute left in regulation, a 2-goal lead. Can it get cut down? Not quite. The team bump, though, is a scary sign for those SSG fans.
Joyo from backboards. And again, he's not always getting tremendous wins from these very technical mechanical outplays. It's just the fact that he's got so many options. Everyone has to send for a challenge, or you just watch it happen. The possession of the territory he gets, not necessarily the goal scoring chances he's going to create. Scribbles ceiling. Just to take the reset if you would prefer to pinch. 20 seconds, Spacestation, do they have that 0-second magic yet again? They even get a goal scoring chance.
Gopher, Scribbles, and Reveal all in this half. Pushed up extremely close, just trying to spot each other, give themselves some time to get back into this one. Center down to Gopher, denied. Reveal is going to try and finish it from the ceiling and in. Spacestation have kept their hopes alive.
They can't do this again.
There's a chance.
There's no way. There's no way. This team has had 5 different 0-second goals in the last 2 days.
Well, let's see if they can make it 6.
What have they got from the kickoff? Oh, it's a fake kickoff, and Geekay, they just stare them down.
Faster game, they get ahead of themselves. Geekay recognizes that because they can play a faster game.
Game number 3, 1 win apiece. Go backboard. Oh, he hasn't got another one. Well, Gopher gets to him in time. That's what he can do with 100 boost. Only maybe a little bit insulted that somebody else on his team did score a goal in the previous game. Reveal. Maybe first touch. I think he is okay. We had a little bit of a trip on his way over to the stage that we saw. Want to add himself to Joy as well, saying he's an injury at the moment. I would not see our players drop down like that. Might be on his way through. Archie. Oh, he wanted the sidewall skim. He's got it, but he's set up Gopher instead off the side. And yeah, you're not hitting that angle. A little bit too much to work with.
I love this from Archie's team. He's been very quick to cut and just stop those Space Station passes before they even begin. Can he do it again? Absolutely. No question about it. And here's the transition too. He's doing it all alone.
Oh, dearie me. Reveal, he had the opportunity to turn around. Did the full 360. Thought he could get there. He thought wrong. And that's punishing for Space Station because that was a really positive opening minute. They had all the offense, they had the boost, they had a chance, and it's gone against them.
Archie's gonna try and find another one for his team. Ole's been the one all over the pitch for Geekay, really setting the tone for them. Can Reveal get past? This one's sent to the backboard, but of course Geekay's gonna have that one covered. Space Station aren't going to be given anything obvious.
I get the 50 down to Kofa. Best position I've seen him able to play from in a while. Reset, look for support. It's a little bit too easy to read. Defense, when you do those passes, it's too close to the goal, and they're already there. Archie off the wall. Straight on net a second time, and Scribbs not going to let him have a second one of those.
Right now, for me, Reveal how quickly he is cutting in and out of this isn't quite giving enough time to his teammates to get back on defense, and I felt it. I knew at some point those cuts were a little too close, and they were going to catch him off. They were going to cost them. Geekay, they've recognized how quickly they're pushing up, and a lot of this is, of course, it's got to be a level of stress too, right? You're desperate to get on that board. But it's got to come with some sort of an actual plan. Joyo, 1v1, flick, over, down by Ole!
Well, it's dominant in game 3. Geekay running rough shots. And this is going to be so deflating for Space Station because they had the offense. And it's one thing to get caught, maybe a 50 goes ricocheting into your net. It's another thing when you turn around and just go, we lost our first 2 goals because the third man was mispositioned.
Yep.
That's foundational. Well, they've got no choice. That third man's got to be in full offense now. You got to go even further up.
I feel for them too. Like they have the skills that they're able to do it. It's just Geekay also can, and they're showing them how it's actually done in the corner here. This one's gonna get sent back. They're leaving it for Joyo, taking it as far as he can out. Ole, sidewall to the backboard. Can he float it down? They tried to go for some sort of a center, but Space Station took it as an opportunity. Reveal tried to do the reset down, clean up from Cooper. SSG finally find themselves on the board.
That is unbelievable game reading there from Kofa. Knew his teammate had the shooting angle covered if they could get the bump. If he couldn't, well, what's the other thing that can happen? Cover that angle. Kofa gets his team back in it. 2 goals, 2.5 minutes, that's nothing.
Half this game left to go. Space Station still down by 1. Geekay, they've had the space to what they want. Spacestation finally starting to sort of slow them down. 2 up for this ball. Not a good use of your boost or space or timing, but they still managed to get their transition out. That mid boost in their favor. Cobra's already up for it. Gk already in position to slow him down.
Spacestation has started to read the fake challenges a bit more as well. Kept biting on them at the start of this. As reveal. Oh, no, he needs help. He's got it. Joyo's missed the ball as well. Now Kofa, 0 boost. Can't go any further with it. Archie hits with the classic, I will just take a bad shot on my own net, and that'll sort us out, but they're not quite away. In fact, Space Station are back in it.
Kofa's reads are insane, but Scribbles was out there just messing with every single person down on the line. Just really being a menace to GK. Space Station now only trailed by 1.
Space Station have got that clutch at the moment. Need one more. To see a 3-goal lead disappear. It's not a magic trick, it's just Rocket League. Archie looking for the backboards. Straight out to Joyo, again the fake. They're 1 goal up, they don't need to press forward with that. So they go to Archie, ceiling reset, but that touch did not quite suit him. Still creates something for Archie, that is a heck of a dive in. And Joyo, off camera, did well to avoid getting bumped because that would have been through for another one. As Archie gets nailed for the crossbar.
You could see the start of this happen when Space Station had 1 person all the way upfield waiting to try and be cheeky. The problem is you're not clearing the ball out, so you're pretty much leaving your entire team in a 2v3. The second GK sent the 3rd man up, and you're not winning that race.
Yeah, if they're going to do that, Kofa has to win the 50. But he did get crushed, so we're going to re-establish the lead. Very nice stop there. Oli, first touch let him down. Reveal just threatening the possibility. Archie's going to play the ball wide. Waiting Joyo, who wants to put this game out of reach. He's got the boost, he's got the ball, but can't go any further.
Little demo in the corner too as well. Oli going to try and beat out Reveal. He had more boost, so the challenge was definitely his to win. 33 seconds on the clock here and a 2-goal lead for GK. Can they hold on to it, or does Space Station start to close the gap? They're doing the plan again. They're sending that 1 person all the way upfield, waiting for the catch. It finally started to work, but it's time too late.
Yeah, they need something, well, again, a couple of seconds on the clock. Last game made it a little bit more nervy than GK wanted. Kofa. Was a very heavy first touch though for him. Needs something in that middle ground, and Joyo kills off the clock. GK, by throwing away the first game, have got themselves said. That's all they've got to work with now for the rest of the series. Timeout buff. Can it provide for Space Station? Will GK march onto triple match points?
It's going to start off with Oli again. He's been the one to have those opening goals for all of GK's wins. Joyo down in the corner, challenge on a reveal, 50s all the way to the other side, and Archie's just shadowing it. Here comes Joyo, just a big clear towards net. For now, Space Station just going to do everything they can to avoid getting boxed in.
Scribbles looking to try and drop that down to his teammates. Reveal launches it forward on the half volley. Joyo, I think, is getting silly right now with some of these plays that he's doing. The showcase whenever he's on it, but that's how he plays most comfortable. Archie's most comfortable when he's scoring.
This is such a great setup from Oli, the control, but of course the awareness from Archie to time that attempted to touch out from Space Station. 1-goal lead to GK. All those early leads so far have resulted in wins.
And that last goal was such a showcase of what GK do so well. Joyo kills the pace of the game, gets everybody back with boost, back into position, and then Oli and Archie team up and tear the defense to shreds.
This team is so well connected right now, but more importantly, they just continue to boost starve Space Station and throw them out of rotation so they can find anything, a pad, a 100 boost, anything to get back on defense. And it's almost catching them out. Not this time, not quite. Reveal. Back in time. Cobra being a menace to the man in the middle, allowing some sort of a clear there for SSG.
That was a wasteful ball there by Reveal. Thankfully back into the path of Kofa. Does have Reveal over to his left. Tries to get it to him. Reveal from the ceiling. And that was really well guided, and have they done it again? Spacestation Gaming, this has got to stop!
Another miss, and Geekay do it to him. They have him upfield, they make the catch, they have the lead.
We need to invent fourth man and put their third man that far back. They keep getting caught at the moment. And Space Station, they thought if they were going to get eliminated from a World Championship, it was going to be flip reset, ceiling shots, fakes, not caught out of position by a long shot.
Another shot out in the corner here. Reveal's going to try and do it. Oli has done an incredible job of just really being that initiator, pushing Geekay into that half, forcing it. Bump onto the last man, Archie here, but great recovery overall. You're not going to stop him. It's a shot wide.
Well, Space Station is usually where they come online. 2 goals down, and they've got to now send the house. Holy, first one to it. Realize it's not challenged. Great situational awareness. Maybe not quite as aware as where the boost is, but hey, he got there eventually. Midfield, Oli on the catch. Joy would have won that ball over to him. And now Archie's in a lot of trouble here. 2v1, and he was just twisted inside out.
This time they finally got Geekay kind of wrapped around themselves a little bit. That's devious, menacing levels of cheating up.
Yes. I think Geekay got hit right there by what's called positive tilt. Everything's working. Not quite that one. Maybe back down to earth for that one. Space Station Gaming, though, looking to try and ride this. Soaring forwards. And, of course, cut away another 2-goal lead. What's another one to add to the tally? Oli can't quite get there in time. Scribbles does get rid.
Nice big clear here for Geekay. Their follow-ups have been pretty good. However, SSG doing a much better job of transitioning out past that midline. Low boost all the way around for Geekay, but it's not going to stop them from making that clear into another corner. You just got to get in position for it. Space Station, they have the control. Coker used everything to try and float this and center it to Reveal. Scribbles is the one that had to take it though, and SSG, they're trying. It's one center after the other, but this clear just puts a dead stop to it.
Yeah, I just want our camera just to stay on the Space Station third man whenever we can, because it's just so dangerous. You feel like they are pressing forward for all or nothing so often. That's a great sidewall skim. Geekay holding very far back. Their third man is planted in the net. Over. Can he get this drop down? No. They're going to need something different here. Playing this backboard is not going to happen. Trying to take the shot is not going to happen. Maybe you can take it, Oli! And guess what? That's not going to happen!
Right now, Geekay are standing so tall, so strong. They're looking at Space Station like they're kids. There's no respect being given right now. Demo off the play. Cobra's already up. 2v1 to try and make a shot, but it's high, it's dry, it's wide.
Yeah, that was nothing, but then Joyo got caught out! And wants another lead, if not something to disappear!
You talk about positive tilt. I'm sorry, I throw my hands up in respect. Full-blown commit from SSG puts them in a tie.
Operation Full Send works out brilliantly. 2 each. And Geekay, for as often as they've got the lead, they cannot get rid of Space Station. Drop down to Archie, but that's shut down very well. Can Geekay refine their offense? Scribbles, 4 boost. Just wants to get rid of it. It's only as far as Joyo. Up, first touch, second touch. What's the 50? Couldn't quite get it.
Still gonna try and take it around the corner here. It's not a stop to the end of the pressure from Geekay. It's clear though, could be detrimental. Joyo is back. Can he avoid the bump? Yes!
That is unbelievable from Joyo. Now they're on the breakaway. Oli leaves it for Archie. Saved. Joyo!
Geekay are the blueprint for team play.
Joyo made his name on a Moist Esports team that always scored when they had to. Now they've got to hold away from the team that only scores in 0 seconds. Scribbles, very heavy first touch. Reveal back down. Cobra's not in position for it. It's on the ball. And Geekay.
And prevailed. One more game GK.
One more game for another top 6 at the World Championship. We're getting closer each time. Spacestation. The answers are there. It's foggy at the moment. Can't quite put it together for long enough. That's really been their tournament to this point. There's flashes, there's brilliance. Can they put that together though? With triple match point on their opponents. Reveal, bundling through the challenges.
Let's see if they can hold on to this entire lead. There's been a few times throughout the week where they've let go of it, but not this time. Archie's not gonna get derailed. Crazy solo play here. Big 50, but a better follow-up from Archie. He's so solid in his challenges, looking it down and in. And each time GK's gotten that first goal, they've gotten the win.
Archie is, if anyone in there, or anyone watching right now wanting to know, all right, who should I copy? No, don't copy Joyo, don't copy Zed, you can't do that. Archie plays the best foundational, fundamental Rocket League you can get. He just doesn't do the correct stuff wrong, ever. In the right position, right contact. Currently the right scoreline for Geekay Esports. That might be about to change. That's 10-2 in a series like this one. Spacestation Gaming team have got to try and force that. Scribbles in a nice position to do so, but Archie will clear.
Go for 2 to stop this ball. See if somebody can get back on rotation, or maybe even make a center here to reveal. Okay, not quite. Just a little bit wide here. Space Station wanted to have some pressure. It does keep getting cut off. It's very start-stop, but from the ceiling, they have the opportunity to do it. They just don't have the angle.
It's not the first time either the Space Station have got that fake to work. They were trying that a lot against Secret. Motto was not letting them have it, but GK have fallen for it more often. And Space Station seems surprised by that fact on occasion. They don't have anybody to follow. That one's too high. Infield, nobody's got any boost. And they'll be quite thankful that GK didn't realize that, or that could have just been straight on target. Space Station reset, go again. Into the path of Joyo, nice 50. Again looking for it as it ricochets off Joyo's car.
Reveal, knows that Cover's there behind him. He's waiting for the right time to go and make the commit on it, but the clear comes through. Space Station is playing that third man a little bit further back, which is a really good adjustment from their 4th game. More so about this transition. That's been the missing key to being able to take down GK.
Over. To the ceiling, very heavy on the first touch. Might even get another reset. Archie having none of that. Powers the ball back downfield. Half the game gone! And double the leads to go against.
There is no stopping Archie. When he wants something, the way he has stepped up in these last 2 games. This is the Archie that was making the deep run in Dallas. The one that everybody was afraid of. Now they need to stop Space Station. Half this game left to go. A pass down to Kofer. A shot on net. A bump isn't going to stop him, though. From the ceiling and down. 2 out, 1 down.
And of course, it was Archie again. Archie's everywhere. Only carried the start of this series with GK, but Archie has been their talisman. Can he now get them through these last 2 minutes? Scribbles, what's his options? Chooses to go by himself. Joyo, 0 respect. Takes the 50, it's straight out. Archie's gonna leave it. The shot's coming in, and Holy will see it away. Minute and 50, Space Station needs magic.
Space Station was still trying to play that same game plan that wasn't working. It's like a 1 in 5 chance of it getting completed. GK recognized the pattern of it. 50 all the way back. Archie's gonna be the one to try and follow it here. You gotta leave it for Joyo though. Big clear from Oli. They got the cheat up off the backboard. Leaves it for Joyo. It's just a bit high, but Oli to commit. Full team effort to GK.
If it's not one, it'll be the other. Joyo put it high. Oli puts it in. Space Station could very well be out. 86 seconds. 3 goals needed. And Archie's not playing that game.
Absolutely not. Dead it, faked it, bind game to the next minute 20. Joyo off the ceiling, reset 1. Pass reveal, follow denied, but Archie's playing deep. GK up 3-0. Have everything in their favor to complete this.
And the way Geekay are playing at the moment, they're not playing for goals. They're just playing keep away. Bobby and Bobby Jr., they'll be on the field later on. But right now, Geekay Esports happy to play Piggy in the middle. Oh, they go low on the 50. Archie avoids the demo. He can't get anything wrong at the moment.
1 minute left. Spacestation need a miracle. They've pulled it off a few times now, but they gotta find something. GK, they're in their half, they're in their face. The 50 back. This could be the start of it. Reveal from the ceiling. Oli already up, stopping them. Cover's gonna try and follow it here. There comes Scribbles, but that 50 could be the end of it.
GK have had answers to everything. Reveal, only as farmer as well. I haven't even got to say his name anymore. Archie's everywhere. Archie's been lethal, and Archie has been truly dominant. But it's GK, it's their time. And Space Station Gaming will crash out. It was a phenomenal effort, but it was a step too far. Space Station are eliminated, and GK Esports, welcome to Championship Sunday.
Phenomenal showing from GK Esports. Such a deep run throughout the week to get here, and now one step further than they ever have been before.
I have Archie from GK!
All right. Don't worry, that's just the blue wall. Now, I got to talk about that matchup there because SSG looked like maybe they were getting a little bit hotter. They've had some LAN issues before. How do you feel now that you faced them down on this stage?
I mean, they played pretty risky, so we got a lot of open nets, played discipline, and to be honest, it was pretty, not easy, but felt pretty controlled.
Sounded like you wanted to say easy.
Felt pretty controlled. I mean, we always lose game one, so that was normal.
Ils ont joué très très risqué, comme ils ont l'habitude de le faire. On les a punis, on a mis beaucoup d'open. On a bien joué, mais c'est surtout qu'on a profité de leurs erreurs.
Now, I want to talk about your team in general right now, because it feels like a lot of people kind of have your team at the back of their mind, right? It's never at the forefront, but you guys keep showing up. You keep coming to the stage and you keep winning. Why do people keep underestimating you guys?
If I knew the answer, I'd tell you, but I don't know.
Okay. Good, because I'm trying to figure it out too.
I mean, people still underestimate us, so it is what it is. We'll keep winning.
So what is it about your team that you're doing well then that keeps getting to the stage in your opinion? Why do you keep getting to this spot? Why do you keep winning?
I mean, I think we play the game correctly. I think we have a great play style and we're confident, so.
Confident, okay.
Il lui a posé la question en lui disant c'est marrant parce que Geekay, il y a quand même beaucoup de gens qui vous oublient un petit peu. Vous êtes un petit peu discret, les gens vous mettent en dessous de votre niveau. Comment est-ce que tu l'expliques? Il a dit honnêtement, j'en ai pas trop d'idées, mais pour l'instant, c'est en effet le cas. Et d'après lui, s'ils s'en sortent bien pour l'instant, c'est que leur style de jeu est solide. Ils jouent le Rocket League qu'ils savent jouer, ils sont confiants. Et je crois qu'il est content d'être dans cette position de outsider.
Now for you, as a player, I feel like, in my opinion, and some other people have said it too, you're one of the most underrated players, I think. We talk about your teammates a lot too, but you're always there. You've got that ice. Do you like that? Do you prefer kind of being that guy in the shadows, or do you like the roar for you?
I mean, it's because I don't have mechanics.
Fair enough.
If I hit triple resets, then people think I'm the best in the world, so that's what it is.
Okay, for all of us that don't have mechanics, what do we got to do to be like you, man?
I mean, it's all game sense. It's all game sense.
I still don't have that either.
Et justement, il lui a posé la question s'il aimait bien ce personnage d'outsider, et il a dit de toute façon, personne pense que je suis bon parce que j'ai pas de mécanique, mais de toute façon, c'est que en rapport avec le game sense. Les mécaniques, c'est pas important. De toute façon, je suis dans la tête de mes adversaires.
Hey Archie, I just got to say one more time, congratulations. You guys continue to push through these lower brackets, and I bet you're going to keep doing that. One more time, GK and Archie.
Du bruit pour Geekay!